Well, hello, and welcome. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design, and here we are with another Craft and Chat journal with me on my December daily, a little happy mail. I hope you guys all had a wonderful week. This will be airing for you guys Tuesday morning, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, if you celebrate it, or that week of, for anybody, you know, the week of the 21st to the 25th. Monday through Friday, if that's all you pay attention to. Anyway, I'm digressing. Anyway, it is the week after Thanksgiving, and I wanted to jump on and catch up, do some craft, keep working on my book, because as of Thursday, I start on my December daily with December 1st, and I wanted to have one of these things done, and it's because in the first half of the book, and see how far we can get it going, and of course, you know, the momentum gets going, and I want to keep sharing. So we are going to work on the we are going to work on my windowed envelope pocket. And actually, it's a triple pocket with a tuck in the back, so it's almost a 4-pocket deal. I love making these. These are something that I got inspired by Crafty Cat. I want to say way back when. Feels like it, right? Oh my gosh. I would say in the first 6 months to the year, I was doing design work, doing the digital design work. I was watching Crafty Cat quite a bit, her and Gail and Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I saw Crafty Cat, Miss Amy, fold this up and make this pocketed, scrappy pocketed goodie. And it's one of my favorite things to make now. Every time I get a chance to make, especially my own personal journals, and sometimes when I make one to sell. I don't think I did one lately because that would not fit. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is bugging me. I know it's going to offset the page, but it was one of the things that printed funny, and when I cut it, it stayed that way. Yeah, I couldn't put it in the flip-flop journal, of course, because it'd be too wide. And then, I have done it in every one of my December dailies, I think. I may not have done it in last year's because it was a porch print, and I may not have had enough pages to where I could cover something. And this is really weird. This sticky washi is not sticking. Interesting. So when I can, and it fits the book, I like to do this collaged, multi-pocketed window envelope insert. So we'll work on that today. But before we do that, special shout out to Rhoda, and she is she's on here on YouTube. I believe it's Rhoda6666, and she's doing all kinds of wonderful videos right now, and a lot of cute little individual, not independent, like beginner ideas, things she's thought out, things she tried out and went, oh, this is really cute. Anybody can do this. Ideas, and she's been sharing them a lot, and so it was really sweet. She found me on my mom's channel, started following me on mine, and and that was a wonderful little designer on my Crafters of a Jewel Design, and she shares the things she's doing when she uses my kits, and so now I followed and watched her to see, like, ooh, what new ideas she have. But she went ahead and I'll show you guys that in a moment. Went and sent me this cutest happy mail. We saw Dawn's little harvest autumn stuff 1 or 2 weeks ago, and so now I get to show off Rhoda, yeah, I know I'm butchering it. It's not Ron. There's no N in there, so I think it's just Rhoda. So anyway, she made this cute little pocket envelope, which I could fold down, but I love how it's open. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make it a really great pocket if you fold it down. It comes in an envelope. So this is a little cute. And she put this in there, which I thought was adorable. I love purple, so lavender works. And she gave me this cute little charm on it, and it has the number 8. And I don't know if she knows it. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, but I love the number 8. It's like my favorite number. Like, I just pick it no matter what. So I thought it was absolutely adorable that it was purple and it had number 8 on it. So this is going to go in my personal purple journal that I hope to make this spring with you guys. And yeah, I'm totally stoked about that. That's going to go in there. So just the cutest card. I love the charm, the charm on it. And it is cute in here, so it may stay this way, but I may find somewhere else to put it. You'll see that in a second. And then she did this huge tag. And it's actually a picture she said she took. And then she put a, what did she say? An opaque, a textured opaque crackle over it, and it has that one pinwheel Madeline pattern through it, and of course, you know, the tag and the word on it. So I thought that was super cute. And then she made me this, made this cutest journal. I don't know if she made it for me directly. I don't remember. But I think it was in her stash, and she felt like it was a perfect thing to give to me. Yeah, she made it earlier this year and thought of me when she saw it in her stash. So, super cute. It's the purples and stuff and pinks, which I love. It's a cute little thing, and I always love collecting these. But she has a wonderful closure. It's a paper closure that it pulls out like a bookmark, and then you can open the journal. So it's pockets right here. So we're going to have to play with that. She's like, I hope you'll maybe try to use the idea. So we'll have to use this journal as an example. But I think it's how you make the pocket and on both ends. And then, of course, the paper, so over the page bookmark that allows you to keep it closed. I think that's just the cutest idea. Ugh, I love it because I always like to find new ideas because I don't have a lot of sorry silk and things. So made it. I love how she added the cutouts and the cards, and really cute book. That might have been Porch Prince at the time. I don't know. We all use a lot of the same graphics, so who knows who it belongs to anymore. But little tags, little things. She just did the cutest kitchen memory book journal with my shabby retro kitchenette memory kit. It was very much a file folder kit, and she made a cute book out of it. She was giving away. She's done a shabby winter, my shabby Victorian winter kit. She turned it into, I think it's like a ring journal, but it's like an old photo album, and she turned it into a journal. Big old journal pages, which was wonderful. I love this center. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorite things. The layers and just the little pockets with the cards in it, and some of them fold, open up. Simple things, right? Oh, I love it. So that's one of my favorites, how it just sort of is inserted in there and pops open. And really, it actually didn't even catch that. Oh, isn't that cute? Opens up for more writing space. I just realized that. But I like all her little tucks. Makes a cute little layer. But it was just the cutest thing, and I got that last week, and all the chaos of Thanksgiving, and I was like, okay, I've got to get my next video up so I can share my Happy Mail. I love all the little layers on this one. It's so cute. So, totally love her little work, and her little details, and little ideas, and, you know, the envelope here that might be on the other side. And again, she, flipped it out. Keeps opening up. Oh, get the card out of it. I love her large cards. I love her large cards and tags. That's why I try to make the larger cards, but we still want to make sure they fit in the journal. Super cute. So there you go. Just the cutest little journal. I will have to find, those stickers. No, it's just a card. But I'd make, I want to make those stickers. Love butterflies. So handmade by Rhoda Burks, 2022. And so like I said, I think it's just Rhoda 6666 on YouTube. And she's been boot scooting along with her YouTube channel. So if you watch me and want another sort of beginner and someone with another new ideas, I love when she thinks outside the box with my stuff. It makes me happy that the potential is there, that someone even thinks about something besides the norm. So it makes me happy. She's like, well, I went a little rogue, and I'm like, yay, go rogue. I like rogue. Rogue makes me happy. So isn't that adorable? But yeah, and then you just put the front and the back of this little bookmark keeper or over the page thing. You just tuck it in, and it keeps the journal closed. Isn't that adorable? So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't remember if it was her idea directly. That's something she definitely has perfected. Pull the butterfly and the two strips come out of the tunnels so you can open the journal. Isn't that cute? It's also with a device I came up with called the tunnel closure. Yeah, so she calls it the tunnel closure. Isn't that adorable? So, if you use it, make sure we give her the right credit. But I definitely want to try it with her in mind, constantly going, look what I learned, something new I learned from a wonderful little designer and a little journaler. So, that was my Happy Mail. So, if you join Crafters of Jewel Design, my address is on that. And I was like, what is in my book? And you can get that information if that's something you want to do. I love seeing new things and creations, whether it's someone else's papers, whether, like Dawn, she sent me stuff that she made with my things, which I thought was adorable. I love seeing it in person, and I added it to my autumn journals, things like that. So, don't need a lot of supplies. Like little things that are made and keepsakes and trinkets and stuff, but my whole side of my workbox way over here is full of things that I need to use, which is why I'm journaling more and more, and you're getting more and more crafting chats with me, because I need to make stuff. The supplies are piling up, and I need to use them, especially when I'm the only income now and the only potential whatever. If I don't use what I bought, I'm going to be in big trouble. So, books sewn in. I'll put a link in and show you if you missed the tie-in of the signatures, here's the front cover finally glued in. I think it's done. I did get my charms if you're watching, and I put them on the cozy cups, which came out really cute. So now I'm almost at 300, so I hit my 300. You know what's going on. Maybe. We'll see. But I got these cute charms, and I wanted to put one on here, but they're a little brighter. They're a little bit more retro in color, so I don't know if that would work here. And I feel like I got a good balance, so I don't think I'm going to put anything on it. But I'm glad before I glued it down, I was able to put in the little bracket here and put the word in there and made my little flowers. And I'm really happy that it's just, sort of tucked in Santa, and it came out really cute. I'm really loving it. And it's a hardback book, which I'm loving the idea for a journal instead of always being, what's the word, fabric or tissue or whatever. So this one was from my flip-flop journal when everything stuck out too far, and I could only cut it down to this, and this was all I could save, and I didn't want to destroy it. So we're going to add some layers, and I may make this as another video next week, where we'll make it a over-the-page kind of tuck thing, instead of just making it a pocket here on the bottom, one more thing to stuff in it. I might make it an over-the-page pocket decor thing using some avocado paper and other gadgets to make it thicker. So we'll see. Something I'm looking into. But today, I have a ruffle still to make once my machine is working right. Well, I can do a straight stitch, but that's all I can do. I did do this. I don't know if I like this sticking out. It's really flimsy. It's the only thing that sticks out. Mine is a little bit of lace. The ruffle may stick out a little bit. That might help. But I tried to make this stick out like top and bottom in 2 places. And I hated it. I was like, oh my god. So I cut it down. And I'm still working on it. We'll see if I cut it down some more. I don't know. I'm playing with it. But I put a little, little sticky thing in there so I won't have something else to write on. Well, writing space I have to worry about or think about. And then go to the second one. So we still have, I added lace to this one. And we do have a windowed tag pocket that I think we're going to put on this page to sort of offset the insert on the other one. I did this cute, by that cute, what is this, tool stuff that we get from Dollar Tree. I got the lighter green, and I made a pocket and enhanced the top a little bit to put something in it, because it's going to be that Christmas bucket list, or maybe I'll retype or rewrite one of the girls' Santa wish list, which I don't think either one is going to give me an actual Santa list. I think one knows for sure, and I think the second one's like, well, in the spirit of, and I'm like, okay, I think you're there. But we'll see. We'll either do a bucket Christmas list for Christmas break or something, but we'll do something fun on that. And then the rest of our page is till we get to the back, which I think is going to be like New Year's Eve. And I'm taking the envelope from the kit, and I think I'm making a photo flip out. So I'm going to put a photo on each flap, open it up from the from New Year's Eve or whatever, because I think we're going to hang out with some friends, and then write the memory in here. And then you can just fold down, the flap with the photos. I'm going to have to back the photos so that we see like Christmas paper on the back of the photo. So, I think, because I don't think I just want to see white photo paper. So, who knows? But that's a fun project near the end to go for the year. So, here is where we are. Let's get going. How are you all doing? Did you survive Thanksgiving? Are you healthy? Are you happy? Are you snowed in? I know some of you. I know a lot of you are getting snow already, and quite a bit. That's just, mind-boggling right now. We're sort of colder, I guess. I don't know. We were warm all last week. Thanksgiving week, we got to 76 degrees. I was like, okay. That is sort of unexpected after back and forth craziness. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting, we weren't expecting that. And then, I need to remove something. And then, but then this week, we're slowly creeping down back into the 60s. And possible rain. So we'll see if we actually get the rain or not. Oh my gosh, I don't know. It came in this bag, but it sure doesn't want to go back in the bag. Wow. I gotta move it aside so I don't destroy it. So yeah, I don't know. We're Cali. What can I know? Now, let's get into this. Take any of your favorite junk mail windowed envelopes. You can make this as skinny, as tall, as wide as you want. Like I just got this one, a little wider. If you have a wider book, fold it up and make it and leave it a single pocket. I like doing the doubles. Don't ask me why. Doesn't make a difference. Not really. You could take a bigger one and make it skinnier. You could fold it back, make it a pocket with inside. Like you could take that, put it in a skinny. I could have worked in a skinny journal. That would have been cool in a flip-flop journal. That would have been tall enough. If you folded it back, you could have tipped it to an edge of a page and had some fun with that. So anyway, there's probably hundreds of possibilities with these. It's the window that makes it fun because then you get to tuck something in there that you get to see. And it gives you places to sort of collage around and decorate. So I folded up a decent amount, I guess. I don't mind going up too far. I could have gone a little shorter to where it just grazed the top of this one and came to the bottom of this one. I autopiloted and while it's there, I don't want to undo it. I sealed this time around. I normally leave all of this open, including this right here, and I tuck something into it. But this time I wanted to tuck from the outside of the page into the page, and then there's just enough room on the paper to go inward, and we're going to tuck down into the big thing so it doesn't fall out of the page when I'm opening and closing it. So I folded it up. I glued this side down. I put a thumb notch up here and one on the inside here so I know where to find my pockets. So when we're done collaging the outside and the front, we're going to glue these down. We're going to cover the inside of the page. Now, I did cut off the flap. Did I cut the flap off? Yes. Yes, I did. I was like, how did I? Yeah, so I glued this down and then I cut the flap off. So it is sealed as one large piece because we're going to only glue certain parts of it. We're not going to glue everything, so we want to make sure it's intact. Now, if you glue the whole back down, it wouldn't really matter. But that's, yeah, I don't know if I happen this time. Sometimes I'll keep the flap and make it useful. Sometimes I don't. You can use that because that flap is a tip to keep it to a page and they can flap. I think I've done to where I've opened them up. You just have to think about your positioning. So in this case, it's a double. The return address, the mailer's address. Took the flap off. Make sure everything was sealed in the back. Sealed this side. Opened up this side though without cutting this one. And I put the hole punches in. I use my 1 inch and my 1.5 inch to just sort of create my thumb notches so I know where to put my pockets. And away we go. So I'm going to get stuck. Now, a lot of these, because of what they are, have all these patterns in. Now, if you were doing a black and white journal, you were doing something where you didn't mind the color, and it happened to go all the way through, you wouldn't have to cover it. But, not that lucky. Now, silly me should not have glued this down until I was done sealing the inside, because I could have done the whole inside, would have made the pocket thicker. But, yeah, no. Why would I do something like that? So I'm going to have to do the guess and fold thing. Now, this doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to make sure that when you put it in here, it is covering the window part. It doesn't have to cover everything because no one's going to be able to see into the pocket. I'm sorry. If they're that good at be able to see into it while it's glued down, all the more credit to them. Oh my gosh. But I'm going to do Tina's tried and true fold measurement technique. I love her technique. I love the whole, oh, it looks about right. Let me fold that and we're just going to tear that there. I adore that. Because truthfully, I don't always want to do, I don't even know what I was trying to do. Oh, because I thought that would fit in, which it does, but I don't need, that's not going to do me any good, is it? I'm like, what was I doing? I don't know. I think I had a thought process, but I lost it when I was tearing it. That's what I'm like, what was I trying to do? So, I know that I could probably drop it down to the fold so it's nice and secure. And there's plenty up here where even where it's torn, you can't see it anymore. So, it makes more sense if I fold it backwards. Always trim it off later. Just making sure you got the right ones. And I'm good. I make sure I had all my glues out here because they've been inside because of the heat, because of the cold, not the heat. If only. Because of the cold, we can't leave them out. Cold is just as bad as heat. And I'm going to make sure I'm in here and everything's on. Okay. Hopefully the lights are okay. Let's see. Any brighter? I don't know. I'm getting to the habit where I'm videotaping at night. I don't need natural light. My husband did buy me some pretty decent lights this past birthday. I'm going to say for my birthday, he bought me these freestanding video lights, like filming lights, so that because my light overhead would be shadow or too bright, would wash things out. These even have cute little filters, like I put in more antique over it, or blue or green or whatever. Not that I really want to change. I tried that one time and went, well, that's the wrong color. That's not what I want to be doing. So anyway, you're just going to try to get enough in there to cover everything. If I really want to be nitpicky and I didn't want to add any weight to this, I would just be giving me enough just to cover in here, and I wouldn't be worrying about the whole kit and caboodle. But it is a little easier, and it does give it a little bit more oomph if you have the ability to do that. So why not, right? I'm trying to find paper right now to glue onto. I had a lot of loose pages, I think, from something else, so why not? Okay. But yeah, how's the weather, guys? Are we in full-fledged and jealous that you guys have snow? Because it means you have water. I know I shouldn't. Yeah, I don't think so. California is just, we're in a drought, and we really need snow up north, or not up north, well, yeah, up north, but over into the east end of California. We need, in our Sierra Nevadas and stuff, we need snow. Though they got a lot of snow, I felt, last year compared to the rain that we got, but it still wasn't enough. I know I had a friend up in the mountains this weekend, but I don't know exactly where it was, and if it was like real snow or brought in snow, or it's a little bit of snow, but maybe it wasn't really great ski weather. I know he made it back home because he had a gig tonight, so I was like, okay, well, you didn't get snowed in, so that's not worried. So I still missed the mark when I put it in, what is really hard to do, to glue that in. You just do the best you can. Like I said, you don't have to have it perfect, because you only need to be able to see where the what do you want to call it, is the windows are. So I can trim it just like we do everything else, turn it backwards, and just do the best you can. If it's going to bug me, I know sometimes when I'm collaging, there's a little bit of overlay, so we may do like a rough collage around the edges to make it a little bit more antique-y, and that might take care of my problem. So, not the end of the world. Okay, so the inside is now covered, so I don't have to worry about that. I think I'm going to ink around the edges real quick. That way if something doesn't exactly cover. I'm so sorry. I was talking to my daughter for quite a bit before I came out here, which maybe not my smartest move. I have no voice. But the problem is I moved everything, and I mean everything, to put away fall. I have to completely clear my whole workspace off the table so that I can close my workbox, so that I can get totally behind my workbox to put all of my fall stuff up back into the rafters. So, oh, there it is. So, like, twice a year, I have to do that, minimum. And, sometimes moving everything, sort of, you lose it all. God. But we did, we had a light week at first, trying to get stuff done, and just hanging out, and, had I can't call them play dates anymore, but, hung out with my best friend, which is one of my best friends is my daughter's godmother. My daughter's godmothers. I don't want to put that. They have the same godmother, so it works. So we got to hang out with her because she's a teacher. So, oh my gosh, we only get a couple times a year to talk to her where she's not, or hang out with her where she's not, in a completely different, well, same schedule as us, but busy. Like, comes home and has to deal with her kids and all that fun stuff, which her kids are sophomore and senior in high school. Of course, they're both my godchildren too. I was there when one was baptized, and I was there when one went through her first communion, and I was just like, oh my god. So anyway, yeah, I can't believe that technically amongst the friends that we have a senior. I'm like, no. But I always distrust this before I start collaging in case there's a little blimp of space that isn't quite shown. I tried to even go around the window a little bit. That way, in case there's a smidge of white that I just can't seem to cover, or, I don't know, just has that rough edge and you want to be able to see the rough edge of the paper. I personally like to have that inked whatever behind it, you know, and it's not just white. Because you can't get back in there and find it later. Like, you're not going to get in there. That's not working. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get in there later and not do something weird. And you're going to cover this. So, you know, because I'm collaging over most of this, it doesn't really matter the highs and lows. You just want to get enough to where, like I said, if something shows a little bit, that's all good. So anyway, yeah, we got to see friends and hang out with the friends a little bit. You know, then threw it together, watched the parade on Thursday, and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, and then got cleaned up and did an afternoon prep work, and had my parents over, and we did Cornish game hens, and some traditional dishes, because I was not going to be brave enough to do a turkey, and I didn't really want my dad to have to do one. I like turkey, but I don't. It's like, I don't mind the dark meat, and I love the turkey soup that my hubby made, and the turkey sandwiches, maybe, I guess, but I don't know. I always like the sides. I love Thanksgiving sides more than I like the actual turkeys. It's like, well, maybe not. So I don't know, I just seems like doing it, and so, don't have to cut anything. So I'm like, Now with this, because you know you're covering it, you don't have to go to the bottom of the fold line unless you think it's going to make it easier for things to slip in and out. So that may be worth doing it. So take your pieces, your scraps. This is a great scrap page thing. I can't really see that, so I'm like, do I want to go that way? I almost want to put that one there and then layer something over it for fun. So I'm thinking this is going to be my bottom one. Yeah, so, you know, prepped food, and parents came over. They made a couple sides. I made, you know, my thing, the poultry and the, warmed up the, you know, baked the pie. Woohoo, always good things. And, something else. And then, you know, we just sat and we ate and had pie and talked, and, but my parents were prepping for Christmas themselves, so, we literally, like I said, we talked before, you know, we do Christmas the day after Thanksgiving. So, or I should say prepare for Christmas. I shouldn't say we do Christmas. Christmas is not, you know, we prepare for Christmas. So, they were pulling all their boxes out of storage, so they were pretty tired. So we sent them home after dinner, go to sleep. And, me and the girls watched our first of many, the Santa Claus. We watched the first one Thanksgiving night, and then, like, this upcoming weekend, we'll watch number 2, and then we'll watch number 3 the following weekend. And then I guess Disney just came out with, like, a 6-episode series. So by the time we get to it, hopefully by Christmas Eve, or that Wednesday of Christmas, they will have, the last of the 6 out, and we can, you know, watch it literally up to Christmas. So it's sort of fun to know that, you know, the first 3, you know, movies we watch, and then it's like, sort of done, you know, but we have our movie tradition, so every weekend it's at least one of the Santa Clauses, and then we've got the Grinch, and we have, of course, Christmas Eve itself is actually Polar Express. We watch that before we go to bed, or for the evening for Christmas, so. But yes, we watched our movie, and then got up Friday morning and hightailed it, and I got all of Thanksgiving put away. We got the Christmas tree, the Christmas lights up, the Christmas tree lights up, the Christmas tree decorated, all of fall put away, and back up into the rafters, which in its own right is amazing, right? I don't know exactly how I'm sort of debating on my pieces. I'm sort of figuring it out. So that was, like, amazing. Because it was Saturday, my brother was in town, so he came over and the kids got to play, which did slow everything down a little bit. That's okay. What can you do, right? Like, why would you do anything else? Trying to figure out which way I want to do that. What if I... And so... I mean, I got some stuff done in the morning. Like, I started, you know, I kept cleaning things up and start moving stuff in. And I got the mantle 2/3 of the way decorated. My kitchen is, like I said, always like sort of a blue snowflake and snowman look. And then it blends, then it bleeds into the living room. And I then do, I do just, trying to decide, do I just break it off and leave it right there? Now I'm trying to decide how much I really want to cover this, because that was not wide enough if I do. Well, if I go into it on my own and distress it and sort of center it, it's not bad. Trying to decide if I'm usually better at this. Talking too much maybe. Or thinking too much. Normally I'm just doing it. Not really thinking about it. Oh, that'll work. Okay. So, yeah, I pushed pretty hard on Friday, and we got, the flowers from all of my grandparents' cemetery plots. It freaked my daughter out just a little bit, because she thought we were going to her dad's cemetery plot. I'm like, no, I did that on Sunday. We're good. I don't have a lot of Christmas out. I have a big old pot of like orange flowers out there for him, because orange was his favorite color and his birthstone. So I put some red berries in it just to sort of fall it, Christmas it up. I don't know if I'll add anything else. I'm sort of keeping an eye on it to see how well it receives. Make sure it doesn't get all destroyed. And how everything does with the winter. But she thought we were heading there, so that flipped her out just a little bit. It's like, it's okay. I'm just taking care of everybody else, you know. So all good there. But even got that done. We got them picked up. We got them refilled, and with the Christmas stuff, so they will actually be decorated for a whole month and a half. I probably won't get back out there till like mid-January, and I can decide whether to leave them empty or put some Valentine out there. Sorry, and then we want to go underneath that one. So whether I do Valentine's, that's not a bad idea though. Valentine's or something out there, so I could do it up there, rip it in some weird fashion to continue on with it. So got a lot done on Friday. Saturday we had family over. My parents came back. My brother came and his family came down. They made it to Central California to see her family, and then came down and hung out with us on Saturday, which was good, since he can't make it back on her birthday. I can do this here and then strip something down that way. Okay, well, that's sort of fun. We're going to have some fun with it. I did lose some design. I only got like part of my mantle done, and that's about it, I think. I was like, ugh, alright. So I still have a lot to do, but that's tomorrow. That's why I'm videotaping this tonight, or working on this tonight, because I need to, I really, really do need to, just decorate, because we have a party coming up at the end of the week for her 16th birthday, and family that can come is coming down, and yeah, we're 16th. Oh my gosh! Here we're talking about, you know, one of my girlfriends and her daughter turning, you know, graduating this year. She actually turns 18 on the day she graduates. Lucky girl. She's so excited about that. But my daughter's gonna be 16, and that's still a big deal for me. Really big deal. And still a big deal enough, right? And so we're celebrating her birthday, because we really haven't been able to do a lot of that lately. So that's gonna be cool. Now I don't know if I put this over that one. Do I go all the way up so it's more of a, because I'm not covering top and bottom of this one, but I'm covering sort of everything else, and so that is bugging me. I'm gonna have to put something behind that, because that's just not gonna work. I'm like, everything else is to the edge, so I think I'll put this on both ends, because it just makes it funner that way. So yeah, I have to decorate the whole house. The house has to be decorated. Most of the front yard is decorated, except for lawn ornaments, because we're putting a big old, like, happy birthday sign on the front yard. I have a lady who, I don't know if she was sort of doing it as a friend thing, and then I think during COVID found a niche, and she does these huge yard signs. for birthdays. It's super cool. And so it's a rentable thing, and they come out and they put out, you can put out for a day or a couple days, and which I think is cool. And, you can say happy birthday on it. So I thought that would be fun for her party. I'm just going to glue it all the way down. There's no point keeping that. Well, maybe there's a point keeping that a little bit. I can't help myself. I see some pieces, so maybe we'll do it that way. So yeah, we had a big party and stuff. So like, not a big party, but party enough. So, and I need to, I think I'm just going to put this. Oh, it's glued. Really glued. Oh my god, it's really glued. Oh, because I was doing stuff with it. Oh, that might work though. I'm like, cool. It's a little distressed, so I'm going to utilize it. And I did it with something else too. I can just get it behind there, and then I still came up short. Oh my gosh, people. Like we're gonna turn it at an angle so that where everything I can get covered. And then it's still gonna get covered, but at least there's something behind it where I'm not having so much of visible whatever. And it's definitely, So we're having a party, got a big old sign. So once the sign goes away, of course I don't think we can keep it to her birthday. I can't afford to, but it's in the theme of her party theme. So it's in the Nightmare Before Christmas, so it's all good. It makes it funner. All right, I think I'm gonna start gluing stuff down, because if I don't, I'm gonna forget what I'm doing. All right, so we're going. Ah! Well, that's going to be fun. All right. Well, let's use every last bit. Oh, rude. All right. We're going to put that there. I'm going to put this here because we know that part's going to cover. We're going to go right back down the middle. And I don't mind if and yes, you are going to cover up parts of your window. You just are. I don't feel like cutting that one. That can have a nice straight edge. And it's not the end of the world. We're going to use every last bit of that. The whole fun part is that there is some of that raggedy edge or straight edge showing like over this, which is okay. And then we're going to do this one. Okay. So, once that is gone, the sign is gone, then we can put all of our lawn ornaments out, and then we'll be fully decorated outside. But all the, the gutter and the peak and the windows and all that are done. The porch is all done. So, there we go. Actually, I didn't go all the way to the edge, so it's a nice patchwork. Okay. I likey. And I'm cutting off the top area without opening it up by accident. But not worried about the side so much, because that part is going to get glued down. So I'm not worried about this side. I'm just worried about the top and this side a little bit, because everything's going to get tucked in. There we go. So yeah, it's just been go, go, go. And I worked really hard today doing yard work. So that's all prepped. I know we're supposed to get rain, so I really shouldn't worry about the yard work. Like no one's going to see it, but I still feel better just knowing. I normally pull all the weeds and get things trimmed back before we put out lights and all those things, so that I don't have to worry about it till later. I don't think I have. I wanted some piano music, but I don't know if I want to cut a whole new page up for that. I have to see if it's in my. Let me see if I have any in my stripe. I actually have some stick stuff left over. Some stripey stuff. From my other thing. That's my receipt from our ordeal. Yeah, prices went up on the trees a little bit. Wow. I think it has to do with the gas. Gas goes up, so of course, price of... I guess I could do... Well, I don't really like doing too much patchwork down the sides. I don't mind going across the top, but I don't know if I want to patch it that way. I could. Oh, it's more of the same. Well, it's a lot. I don't think I can get... It's more of this just on that side, and I don't think once it's trimmed... Well, it might be the right size. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Do we want more red? Yeah, let's get some more red in there. Okay. I love the borders of this page. Like, I know it sort of was a weird setup for you guys. Have a background page and a border, and then wood background, and then the what's the word? the journal cards maybe on top of that. I know it was a little much. I'm so sorry. But, I don't know. I just felt like I needed a bunch of stuff and the ability. And, like, if you cut the, like I said, cut the cards out, I have all these border pieces that I have found to be quite useful for strips and fill and reborders the things. Alright, so that is the right length, right width. It has a border. Now I can border it on the outside. Then I don't get the red, huh? Doesn't mean I couldn't hide that fact, but more green. No, I want the red. Alright, so we'll just dress the outside to help with that. But yeah, so busy. Did my yard work. Figured I needed to get onto the Christmas decor tomorrow. And if I stop to do this, I want to keep doing craft work and not, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing. Didn't want to do that. So we are going to do it tonight, and then one on the edge there. Now I was going to, I bet you I can't get that up. Oh, I can. Haha. Little rip, but that's what glue is for. Alright, we're going to re-glue that sucker top to bottom, and we're going to make it work. Nice thing when you are collaging something, you can just sort of shove it back in and glue it all back down. And I'm not giving it away, so it has some personality. It's okay. And make sure you don't seal it shut. That would be bad. Plus the edges you may want to like just make sure. All right. There we go. So if I want it, I tend to want to put a vertical word right here or something because it is pretty bright. It is pretty new compared to, like, say, the rest of the pages and all the what's the word? Inking that I don't have on that. Sort of goofed on that part, but that's okay. We'll antique across the top, but that will be the end of it. There we go. Yeah, so what have you guys been up to? I mean, like, what did you do last week? How was your week? Did you get everything you wanted done? Did you have a normal week? Did you have kids to pertain to? Kids you had to take care of or entertain? Are they all grown up? Is it grandkids? What was your week like, or was it just another week in another week in November? I just waited for more videos. I don't know. You have to let me know. But yeah, no. Nope, that's the 1.5. Right, that's the 1.5. I think because of the size, I can only do, like, I can only get my 1 inch in here. Which is always, I can do it backwards. Now, sometimes I'll take my chances that the hole that's here does line up with the hole that's here. And you still take your chances, though, that it's, like, where it's supposed to be. But I have to redo that. I really do. I put it there to remind myself where the pocket's supposed to go. And then to remind myself, of course, to do more of the same. But that is my 1.5 inch punch. I love these things. I think I pretty much got them just to do, like, the scallops in my envelopes and to do these little thumb punches and stuff like that. That's pretty much the only reason I did it. And I'm actually going to leave that a little less than what I started with, I think. Since you can't see it, so it's not the end of the world. You're never going to know it's there. You're just going to distress it and be done with it. So there we go. And I'm keeping to the colors of the theme of the, like the flip-flop journal, the same colors, the same papers. That's from the new kit. That's from Christmas Joy. That's from, I think it started in Christmas at Your Door, and it's been used for a number of other things. This is, I believe, Christmas at Your Door, or Joy, or Christmas Joy. Christmas Joy, I think, had more background pages, surprisingly, than Christmas at Your Door. It had a lot more pattern papers, which, you know, a year later, you sort of learn to, like, oh, well, I need to do this and that. So, I can do that with a word if I want to make it different. So, I'm going to hold on to these little pieces because they're going to be great for words and labels. Put that away for a second now. I want to make sure everything I need to be done is done before I go gluing down everything else. Because once you glue it, you cannot get back in there. And I have more glue sticks. I just feel like I'm going to use every last ounce to be on the safe side. I want to make sure. And plus, if they come up, your journal card or whatnot might get caught. So, there we go. Oh, what have you been up to? How was that week of Thanksgiving? Here we are. Like I said, 1st of December is on Thursday, which is crazy. One more month of the year. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Looking forward to it, I guess. We made it through the week. We made it through the weekend. I had a few minor hiccups, but not too bad. My youngest finally sort of was like, I can't do this on Sunday. Don't get mad at me. Don't yell at me. I'm barely holding on. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, of course, I yell at you. Now you're going to tell me you're having issues. All right. No. All in all, they're the bravest girls I could possibly imagine. And they are doing so well. They started therapy, so hopefully that will start helping them out some. Making sure. Isn't that cute, though? I love how this works exact width of that hole. I didn't even do that on purpose. Isn't that cute? I wasn't paying attention to that. Well, doesn't that look cute? I want to make sure everything's going to stay tight down here because I realize like I have it. I'm looking at the edges going, you may not stay sealed. Let's give that a shot. I love glue stick for the majority, like the middle. And then I go back and fine tune the edges, which is why I love the glitter glue in that sense, because it is a skinny tip. And I can get into those spots and be like, okay, let me get that tiny area that wants to be temperament. I do have a slight bulge here, and I'm okay with that. It's not the end of the world. Wanting to put stuff in it. So, all right, so as we're going along and we're working on other pieces, we'll start seeing where, like, what we want to decorate here, what fussy cut I have here, what word here, and, you know, start decorating. But I want to give the general gist. Sometimes this is just as collage as this, or I have pieces that overlay. But I really wanted to spend time with you guys. Oh, that's gonna be a butt, isn't it? I have to be really careful with that one. Usually I don't have any issues, but normally I don't do this top. I have to take that back. Normally I use that natural cut, and I utilize that. Like I glue down the back, and I leave that natural cut to put something in there. I don't mess with it. So I'm going to quit putting my fingers in there, I guess. I'll leave it alone. I know, girls did pretty good and made it through, and no major, only one lecture to go, hey, if there's a problem, it's okay, tell me, it's cool, we can get through it, but if, you know, if there's not a problem, then don't give me the lame teenage excuse. I don't want to hear it. It's family time, it's, you know, our Thanksgiving tradition is preparing for Christmas. So I don't want to hear, I'm tired. I will take the, I need a break. I can't do this. This is bugging me, but yeah, it's definitely a weird thing because I'm like, well, I'm powering through, so what the hell? But I'm an adult, and they're not, and they're very confused, and I had months to, well, I had years, I guess, to sort of deal with this, right? I mean, I knew what was coming, I just didn't know how soon, and I was always hoping for better than what we were, you know, better than the odds that we were given, so. Anyway, we're trucking along, we're doing good, we're getting therapy, they get to play with they get to hang out around horses every week, and once a week, and hopefully they'll start getting some real healing and some real time to start processing everything. So, all right, you got your big pocket here, we have a little pocket here, and a really little pocket here, and we're going to glue it down at an angle so that we can have another pocket up here. So what I want to do is back one of my last Tim Holtz vellum pieces from last year's Christmas vellum cards. You saw me use them in a bunch of pieces in the flip-flop journal. It's what gave me the idea to print some of the greeting cards on my own vellum, just to get a feel for it. So, of course, these are a lot thicker. But I want to back it as a writing piece, and we're going to stick it in the back side here. Totally stoked about that. Because I don't remember where these are going to hit, and I may want some extra moments. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to, oopsie, Using scraps, we're going to decorate a little card with a, a little card. I'm going to put this in here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do that one there. I need a little card to go in here, and I don't have any more skinny ones left. So I think we're going to put a piece of paper and back it, and we're going to create a little card to fit this one using definitions and words and whatever. Seasons. I don't know. Oh, I don't think I want green on green, though. Ugh, maybe. I may have to find another word, like another just vintage word to put on here. I'm like, oh, I need cream or something. I don't know where to put that. I don't even, like, I put the pocket there, but I don't know if I want to put that there. Okay, so I think I'm going to glue it down. Because truthfully, everything else is going to go in or right on top, and I can move the book around for that. So let's get it nailed down so it can, like, dry while we work on other pieces. Yeah, I bought new bottles of glue. Got that pretty quickly. Was really stoked because I wasn't sure, like, my fabric tack's getting low, and I thought I didn't have any more glitter glue. Come to find out, I forgot. I bought a dual pack of these. Go rearrange something. What was it, like, right after it showed up, and realized, I look up and I'm like, you don't work. You put it aside to let it, you know, to be stored with the rest of your glues. Which outside is probably not best, but I can't pull everything in every time it gets hot or cold. Oh my gosh, guys, that's ridiculous. So yeah, believe me, I love my daughter, but I'm like, when I think you know for sure you're moving out, like, I may leave the bed in there for you to sleep on. You come home, but yeah, your room's gonna be my workroom. So sorry. I love how this sort of rolls across my desk now because of these. They're so big. I don't want to scratch them up, but like it sort of has that, like it's on a coaster and the rollers. Yeah, for some reason this will not, because of the angle this is going on. I can see the glue, but it doesn't want to stick. Plus it's totally off-centered. This is like at an angle here, and it's like a big old strip on the other side. Missed the mark. I couldn't see where the fold line was. I was like, But I had issues with one of my other journals and the vellum, and I was like, I can't afford to have that, like, not hold. So I went to cover it with Chapter 1's Christmas washi with my sticker paper, but it's having, like, this it's fine, so I think there's more of it. I think there's just not enough, and so it's really getting pissy about, like, sticking to the vellum. And it made this, sewing this in a little harder because it was thick right there, so it's weird. I don't know. Okay, so that's glued down, and now we're going to work on some stuff that's going to go inside it. I'm going to put it aside, and we are going to use both this paper, tea-dyed paper I got, both I think for the back of this and this, so that I have a writing space. I'm just going to go a little inside it so you do still see the edges of this, so it has some definition. Of course I can't cut straight, so you know. Let's see. Where do I want it? Not too shabby. Nice. I mean, I did really good. I got it almost where I wanted it. So this way I can write on this still, and write on the vellum and not feel like I'm wasting, like I'm just not sticking something in there just to stick something in there. So, Cynthia, if you are watching, and there is a piece of cute Tim Holtz vellum in one of your pockets in the flip-flop journal, I would suggest the same thing if you wanted. Get a piece of tea-dyed or coffee-dyed paper and back your vellum card, because I didn't think about this after the fact, of course, and you have writing space on that vellum card I stuck into one of your first front pockets. I'm like, yeah, now I'm thinking about it. So I just realized I probably don't want this. I did notice with the vellum that glitter glue. I just realized, I know this is going to be weird, but I'd rather put it in here. Glitter glue doesn't dry well on vellum. You can see where it was when if you use fabric tack. It is not as obvious. It sort of smooths out better. It thins out. And it's because I think maybe it's a little bit more water-based or something. I don't know. But it, glitter glue literally stays where it is, and you can see every line, every glue mark, everything with the glitter glue on vellum. So I just realized, nope, use a fabric tack. And it's something I can maybe spread out more, or, oh, my hands hurt. pulling weeds and clipping back my bougainvillea that's gone berserk and having to get that into the trash can. I'm just like, hell, my hands hurt. I took meds this afternoon, but I'm apparently going to need more. If you guys are hearing me, I realize I might be mumbling. I'm so sorry. I'm probably turning it up on loud. Gosh, darn it. But once you start creating, redoing it is sort of impossible. You end up watching the video, and I don't want to do that. I wanted to show you guys what I was doing, so I'll try to speak up. So sorry. Yeah, so I noticed Fabric Tack works a lot better. You don't see it as much. Now, these are really good pieces of vellum, don't get me wrong. These vellum cards that Tim Holtz put out. I don't know if he still has the vellum cards out. He still does the vellum holiday cards that he makes. You know, they're good quality. They're pretty thick compared to just scrappy vellum paper. And so you may not notice it, but I do that vellum. And if I want to glue anything to the vellum, I need to enhance it. I have to use tack. I have to use the Fabric Tack. Otherwise, you see every line of glue on the other side, and that's not so cute. So, tidbit of info I noticed. You probably already know, but hey, I'm here to share what I found out, what I know, what I was told, and maybe there's something new you get to learn. I don't know. I never know. I like to share. That's what we're here for, is to share. Alright, so I have that. Yeah, the sides are really going to bug me though. No matter how hard I try, they're going to stick out a little bit. So, again, it's my personal journal. I don't have to make it perfect. If it bugs me, I can continue to put a little bit of glue down in many ways. But I feel like it's not sealing, and that sort of bugs me. Now, this thing is popping up because of the heat and the cold. So I might just try to, like, seal it over. I don't know if it'll work because it's not really getting underneath. I know, you're not supposed to get this stuff all over your hands, but hold on, guys. So sorry, I know I'm out of camera, but I need to get... I almost have to pull it up and glue it down to try and re-glue it. So I need paper everywhere. Alright. Now I can just dress that edges a little bit. Not too worried about my, you know what? Might be use a raised brush. I'm learning to use these more because I just don't, though, yeah, I don't have as much control over them sometimes. That's okay. This is just in case I need more writing space. I have it. I can add a memory, add a side note, add something that, unexpectedly, you know, the addition of a cat or a dog or family member. I don't know. There won't be any more family members. I think we're all good. I'm like, I think we're good adding them. I don't know if anybody else pregnant in the family, so I think we're good there. Though I know my niece's daughter is engaged. I'm so stoked. And my cousin just got married, so you never know. I don't think they're that close. They just got married, so no. Yeah, but you never know. By the time Christmas rolls around, they'll be like, whoops, honeymoon was good. No, that would be funny. Would be funny, would be cool, though. We haven't any. Well, my brother, you know, just had his 4th child and baby boy, and gosh, just shy of 4 months. So that's pretty cute and cool. That's all awesome. But yeah, I think we're good. We're like, I think everybody's set for now. Okay, so no matter which way you put it, but it's in here, and I have this big old thing, and I set it up on purpose so it could be offset. And we can have something in there. Or if I just want, I can tuck it to the top. And knowing that it's easy to pull out. Then the other thing I wanted to do, a little different, instead of putting a card that might fit the whole thing, I wanted to use my file folder. Since I'm using my tag envelope and extra tag on another page, I needed something to put in there. And I'm going down to, I'm trying to finish off what I have. So, this doesn't require a whole lot, which is fine. But, again, if you buy my kits and you see this file folder, I have a hard time cutting these things. And cutting them to match, I guess, when I do them individually. Well, luckily it is tea-dyed on the back. Or a faux tea-dyed, I should say. And I just try to go along my little line to line up. Because if I line it up right, if I fold it correctly, they should line up on both ends. Now, it's a little hard to tell with your and I have a feeling I'm off But that's okay. If I'm off, it's better to cut outside of it than under it. All right. So I'm going to, what I do is I normally put these together and I cut them together. That way, even, it's more like so that the rounds are the same. Like I'm cutting the exact same curve. It's like trying to match up your tag corners. I just prefer not to have to guess at it. Not that these are going to be super obviously side by side to a point, but I do like to know that if it's closed and I got to pull out, they match. I do the same thing with the edges of my tags, my tabs. I try to fold it together, then cut out the notches so that they match when you glue them down. But I wanted to put this file folder in as a journal card, a folded journal card into that pocket. So I could leave it in there. I could add photos to the inside on each page and a little note, a photo and a note, another journaling space. We have these, not that I'm shy of journal pages. Remember, if you watch me in this thing, I have more than enough journal pages. We're actually doing 2 pages per day. 1 lined, 1 plain, so that I can put photos and glue whatever I want to the plain side. And I can write on the line side, or write into, if it's a lot going on, I'm writing right into the next page that might be lined, or not lined, if I need to. So I should have plenty of spaces and pages, but I think I'm a little tight near the end. Once I hit Christmas, it's like, well, there's only a few pages left for the new year, but the second week of vacation. So, I may double up on some days. Maybe some days there's very little going on, so I'm going to put, 13 and 14 together. Or, the first 2 days of Christmas break, we're simply sleeping. Sleeping in the movie marathon. We might not put much on those pages. And that's okay. That's where I gain space or make room for it. So I just wanted to put this in, and because I had the tab, I thought it would be cute. You see him. Oh, we don't see the tab. So we're going to set him. Oh, so if I set him out, you don't see him. That's sort of a bummer. But, well, shoot. I was hoping this was a little wider and the tab would stick out. But I can just put him up here. I can put it down there so you do have the tab. If you added to it, if you collaged it onto a bigger page, like a bigger piece, and you can work on the inside instead of printing on the back side, you glued it onto another page, you could make it taller, layer it, collage it on something, and still give you that tab feel. But yeah, it's going to come up short. It's not, if you tuck it all the way in, it doesn't stick out. But I'm going to make it stick out. I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm not decorating it. It already has my lovely picture on it that I love. I don't feel I need to put anything else on it. If, like I said, depending what I end up using it for, that may determine if I do any more decorating to it. Okay, 2 down. Pretty easy. How are we doing for time? Oh gosh, I'm at an hour already. I'm so sorry, guys. It's an hour and 2 minutes already. I jibber-jabbered a whole lot. And I don't know what time got by me. So if you put this one here, you don't see him at all. Oh my goodness. All right, well, you're going to put him up there. You're going to tuck them. You're going to tuck something in here. You're going to make something to go on the bottom. You're just going to have a lot of fun. So I guess on the next round, I'll have to show you how this finished off. How I decorated this one and what we put inside it. If I decorate up here. And here I thought, oh, I'm going to show you all these things. I chat too much. I talk too much. I can't help it. But it's coming along, and December Daily is right around the corner if you do one. For Christmas, for holidays, for the month of just December. I have winter kits, I have shabby kits, I have Christmas kits. Plenty of options to choose from when it comes to your needs for December and January. And hopefully you'll go take a look on my website at the Etsy shop, which is right down below. You can see in my description. And yeah, we're going to go from there, ladies and gentlemen. So I will hopefully see you in a week with either with an update and another fun project, maybe that over the page tuck. And where I'm sitting and how it's coming along with the writing, how that's going. And I'll let you know how the party went. And I wish you the best of Thanksgivings if you had one. I wish you the best at the beginning of December. That you welcome that in with a flurry, with or without the snow. And that you get your craft on. And yeah, you continue to come back through the month of December as we work on this. And anything else I can come up with. Maybe even another kit or two. So, love you all. Thank you so much for joining me in this lovely chat and craft and chat, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.